Well, in other news, aging, washed-up actor Robert De Niro loses his shit outside the Trump trial, calling supporters degenerates and clowns.
You are gangsters!
Meanwhile, at the Vatican, behind closed doors,
What?
the Pope was getting all
Don't say it, do it!
faggy with it in referencing to Catholic seminaries. I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this.
God! You can't make this shit up!
It's What's Next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages? I am your humble host, Jasper Gonzo. Another episode of What's Next for you. Your daily dose, as always. Hope you guys are feeling good today. Of course, it is Wednesday. But I got a twofer. Haven't done one of these in a while. In other news, actor, washed up, pathetic, old curmudgeon of a dude, one Robert De Niro. What's he doing right now? Is he doing movies? Of course he's doing movies. Nobody's watching because no one cares. But anyway, his latest shtick is that he decided to go to New York, stand outside the Trump trial, the Trump courthouse, shoot his mouth off, and call supporters of Trump degenerates, a-holes, and clowns. Nice. And then we go across the pond. We go across the other side of the planet to the Vatican, where the Pope Francis, yeah, he's not having a good day. Behind closed doors, he says, hey, you know what's going on? These Catholic seminaries? Yeah, there's a lot of fagolas going around here. Gee, I wonder who was the one who squealed. But we're going to have fun with this. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Robert De Niro slammed online over Trump press conference. Will never spend money on anything he's in ever again. Hollywood star, washed up actor Robert De Niro is getting some of the worst audience reviews of his career, worse than Dirty Grandpa, Rocky and Bullwinkle, for his chaotic, instantly miserable, memeable? Yes, memeable. Press conference Tuesday outside the New York courthouse where former President Donald Trump is standing trial. How low does the tomato meter go? Worst acting of his career, one wrote. I will never spend money on anything he's ever in again, another responded. He's destroying his acting legacy. Yeah, that may be the most potent one of all. Even some fans had enough. I'm still a huge De Niro fan, but his political rants are irrelevant at this point. As Breitbart News reported, De Niro insulted tens of millions of Americans during his surreal presser, calling Trump supporters clowns and gangsters. He claimed that if Trump were elected, he would never leave office and would make himself dictator for life. The actor also said Trump doesn't belong in my city. Let's listen a little bit, shall we?
But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city. It's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country.
Here the people,
that does not
supporters,
work, and we all know that.
Cursing De Niro out.
Anyway, we make room for clowns, to each his own.
I'm going to end up cutting this down just for the highlights of this, but it'll be worth it.
We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one is laughing now.
Notice the guy behind De Niro? The guy behind him? Yeah, that was one of the J6er cops who just testified in front of Congress that his life was in imminent danger because of a couple of bystanders walking by waving flags and saying Viva Trump.
A government that, as President Lincoln said, of the people, by the people, for the people.
Dude, you got balls. You got balls.
Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth. He will never leave.
Yes,
he will
that's
never
right.
leave.
That's right. He's
you know that.
Viva la Trump. Viva la Trompa.
What does that mean? They stood and put their lives on the line for these low lives, for Trump.
They lied under oath.
They lied under oath. Who
Boom. There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
They stood there and fought for us, for you. For you.
They weren't fighting for me.
No, they fought for you, buddy. You're able to stand right here now.
Well, during his speech, Deniro was shouted down by hecklers, some of who yelled, "Fuck you," and honked their horns. At the event, the actor lost his temper and shouted back his own, "Fuck you," adding that we're trying to be gentlemen in this world. The Democrats, you are gangsters, you are gangsters. Deniro also used the event to plug his Tribeca Film Festival, which kicks off next week, that no one gives two f***s about. Turns out Deniro wasn't acting all those years, he was just being himself.
You're gangsters. You're washed up. Fuck you. Fucking Deniro. You're a little punk. You're a softie. You're a nobody. Your movies suck. You're trash. You're trash. You're done. You're done.
Oh shit. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my, oh my. Well, we go from that to this. Pope Francis laments excessive faggotry in Catholic seminaries. Oh my, Pope. Rome. Pope Francis complained Catholic seminaries are too full of faggotry in a closed-door meeting with Italian bishops last week, local media reports. While the pontiff famously asked, "Who am I to judge?" in a 2013 reference to homosexual Monsignor who's trying to live a chaste lifestyle, he has been an outspoken critic of gays in the Catholic priesthood. In 2018, Francis insisted that his mistake was to downplay the seriousness of global homos, asserting that the homosexuals have no place in the priesthood. Homosexuality is not just an expression of an affection, Pope said in a book-length interview. It's consecrated and priestly life. There is no room for that kind of affection. The pontiff reiterated, people with that kind of ingrained tendency should not be accepted into the ministry or consecrated life. The ministry or the consecrated life is not his place. While speaking out against allowing homosexuals in seminaries to train for the priesthood, the 87-year-old pontiff said in May 20th meeting that there was already too much Fragagiani? I'm probably mispronouncing it in Italian. Anyway, the offensive Italian slur translates to faggotry. Yes, there's a lot of fagginess going on here. The bishop should also get all the faggots out of the seminary who are the only semi-oriented, the Pope reportedly added. While the meeting took place in Rome last week, it was the first report on Monday by Italian tabloid news website Daxposia, and has since been confirmed by several unnamed bishops, of course, who were present at the meeting. Following the uproar over Pope's words on Tuesday, the director of Vatican Press Office, Matteo Bruni, said that the Pope, quote, never intended to offend or express himself in homophobic terms, that he extends his apologies to those who were offended by the use of the term that was reported by others. Yes, and that term was faggotry. My thoughts. Woo! A lot to unpack here. Especially Deniro. Deniro was just like, I'm going to cut that down, especially his talk and what have you. So it'll be slimmed down. But anyway, Deniro is washed up. He's a loser, a clown, an afterthought at this point. You had a guy whose incredible acting legacy spans decades, and yet, in a matter of sentences, he destroyed all that in one single swoop by saying the only choice is a dementia patient and a woman who likes to wear knee pads. There it is. There it is. Trump's the clown. Trump's the criminal. Trump's the bad guy. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Trump fan. I voted for him 16. I voted for him 20. And more than likely, I will vote for him reluctantly with extremes this coming November. But De Niro's way out of his league here. He is way above his pay grade when it comes to actually talking sensibly in regards to the nonsense that is Joe Biden. And for him to have the two J6 cops behind him who lied under oath in regards to how heinous things were on that fateful day, you know, the worst day, worse than the Civil War and 9/11 combined, that is one Kamala Harris who said that. And yet, it turns out that the 5 police officers who were killed that day, turned out by autopsy that 3 of them ended themselves, 1 died of multiple strokes, and the other one fell off a balcony. None were at the hands of J6ers. Gee, I wonder how those facts seem to not get out to the public. Interesting. At the Vatican, the Pope, dropping faggotry. driving faggy, left, right, and center. And now, more than likely, I'm sure that this video will be censored because of all the heinous slur words that I'm using, but I'm using it in the Pope's context, but it doesn't matter because when it comes to the algorithm, yeah, they don't care. But for him to use the fagola in regards to the priest, he ain't lying. He's not lying. When it comes to Catholic seminaries, he's not lying. There is a history of this nonsense that has gone on in the priesthood for decades. And we're not talking the pedoisms either. So the Pope called it out. He backpedaled a little bit, said, hey, I didn't mean to offend. Well, I really did, but I'm going to tell you, I didn't really mean to offend. But I had to do these two. This was just gold. Both were masterpiece theaters. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.